This video will walk you through how to apply a leave request to a pay run. In order to apply a leave request to a pay run, you first need to create a new pay run. If any employee has applied for leave, it will appear on the Leave Request tab under the pay period details. The number next to the heading is the number of outstanding leave requests that have not been applied yet. Once you click the Leave Requests tab, you will see the following information: the employee name, the type of leave requested, the dates of the leave requested, the unit type, the number of units requested. The units requested are the total units requested on the leave request, even where it spans multiple pay runs. If the leave request spans the current pay run, the dates will display beneath the first and last day columns. Units to apply to the pay run. The units to apply to the pay run aligns with the first and last dates entered. This value can be edited up to the units requested value, or where partial units have already been applied in another pay run, the balance of units left to allocate. If a partial amount has been applied in another pay run, the units that have already been applied will display beneath the units requested column. Units paid within the pay run. This is the calculated value based on units applied to the pay run. If prevent negative leave balance settings are enabled, paid units will not exceed the available leave balance. Values in excess of the available leave balance will be allocated to units unpaid. If the setting is disabled, the full amount will be allocated as paid units. Units unpaid within the pay run. This is calculated again based on the units applied to the pay run. If the prevent negative leave balance setting is enabled, unpaid units will be the balance of the units applied that exceed the available leave balance. If the setting is disabled, there won't be an unpaid portion. The status badge. When an action has been applied to a leave request, a status badge displays to the left of the Actions button. The following statuses may be displayed. Applied. This is where a component of the leave request was applied and the balance has been marked as manually applied. Partially applied. Displays when a component of the leave request has been applied and there is still a balance remaining to allocate. Fully applied. This displays where a leave request has been fully applied. The leave may have been fully applied in this pay run, or the balance of the leave request applied within this particular pay run. Previously applied displays where the leave request was fully applied in a previous pay run. Manually applied displays when the leave request has been marked as manually applied and no leave has been allocated in the pay run. Pending approval displays when a leave request hasn't been approved yet. You can choose to bulk apply the leave requests by checking the box next to the employee names and selecting the bulk apply button. Alternatively, select the Actions field and choose one of the following options. Apply. The value listed in the units column is applied to the pay run. If a partial value is applied, the value will display beneath the units requested column. Mark as applied manually. The leave request is marked as applied manually and will no longer display in the leave request list to apply to future pay runs. No leave is applied to the pay run though. This option can be selected when a portion of leave has already been applied to a leave request. Undo. This option is available when leave has been applied or marked as applied manually. When selected, the leave that has been applied is removed and the request is available to reapply in the pay run. If a portion of leave was applied and the remainder marked as manually applied, the undo action will remove all leave. Align to leave request period. This is available if the leave request spans multiple pay runs and the current first and last day dates do not align with the leave request dates. Align with the current pay period. This option is available if the leave request spans multiple pay runs and the current first and last day dates do not align with the pay period dates. And align to pay period end date. This is available if the leave request spans multiple pay runs and the current first day date is greater than the leave request start date. This option is only available for leave requests which haven't had any units applied yet. By default, the leave dates and units align to the leave request start date and pay period end date. The Hide Requests that have been applied checkbox allows you to hide all requests that have been applied or partially applied and do not require your attention in this pay run. Before applying leave to the pay run, the unit's value can be edited. The maximum value that can be entered is up to the unit's requested value or the unit balance remaining for leave requests that have been partially applied in another pay run. A validation error displays if the value entered exceeds the available balance to allocate. To prevent employees going into a negative leave balance, the Prevent Negative Leave Balance setting needs to be selected in the leave category. If this setting is not enabled, the entire leave request will be applied as normal and the employee will go into a negative leave balance. The dates or units value cannot be edited if the leave has been fully or partially applied. To make changes to these details, select Actions and then Undo. Please note where an employee is set to accrue leave based on hours worked or leave is applied via a timesheet, the leave accrual for the current pay run is excluded from the available leave balance for the purpose of applying the units paid and units unpaid. This can result in a positive leave balance when the pay run is finalised, even though there may be a portion of unpaid leave allocated. The Markers Applied Manually action is available for leave requests which haven't had any leave applied or leave requests which have been partially applied. If you select the Markers Applied Manually option on a leave request which hasn't had any leave applied, the system will show the Manually Applied badge next to the leave request. If you select the same action on a leave request which had been partially applied, the Applied badge displays. When manually applying leave, no leave lines are added to the employee's pay run for the component that is applied manually. If the leave request spans multiple pay periods, by default the leave dates and units displayed within the pay run align with the current pay period end date and the start date of the leave request. To apply these units only, simply select Actions and then Apply. If you don't want to apply these units, there are 3 other options. Under Actions, you can align to the leave request period. If you wish to apply the full leave request within the current pay run, this option will update leave dates and units to align with the leave request, irrespective of which pay runs it falls in. Be aware with this option that a higher rate of PAYG may be withheld if it takes employees into another earnings threshold for the pay schedule. Align with current pay period. This option will update the leave date to align with the pay period days. Any leave outside of the current pay period will not be included. You can manually enter the unit's value or edit the leave dates as required. Then, in the next subsequent pay runs, you can apply the rest of the hours as the leave request will still be visible in the pay run, whilst there are unapplied hours. When an employee has multiple leave requests to apply and you choose to apply them in bulk, the system does the calculations in succession. A warning message displays at this point advising to check the details once they have been applied. Refer to the detailed article for more information about how these calculations are managed.